Again, I'm trying to focus on the camera. I'm doing my very best. Positive self-talk.
#perv. There's only one thing that goes through your mind 24/7, and I think we all know what that is.
No.
Cars.
Cars.
Go with
Cars.
Go with cars.
Feeling sorry for myself because I'm a disabled. I'm very sad about that.
Well, at least you would know it and you admit it.
No, I don't mean like mentally. I mean my boobie.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Hey ho.
Turn up.
Right, anyway, here with Ulrich, the owner and founder of Strom Sports Nutrition. And if you don't already know, your gal is sponsored.
You are, yeah.
So
But you've been part of the furniture here for years now.
I actually have to be fair. Do you remember when I first walked in and you were like, didn't say anything to me, and you just went, wellness.
Yeah, yeah, and that was so you'd been dieting for a year, maybe, and you were still living on the Isle of Man.
Yeah, 6 months. So I was living on the Isle of Man. I'd come back when borders had opened up slightly. So I'd been stuck there for a year. Came back. Piers introduced me to you, and that was when I knew that I was prepping. So I think that was May 2019. 2020. Oh, 2020. Yeah, May 2020, because I competed 21.
But proportionally, you'd not really done an off season yet. You'd not spent time building muscle, but your shape was always very lower body dominant.
There you go. Heard it from a horse's mouth. Anybody that says I'm not wellness and that I should be doing something else.
Who says that?
Someone said that I should be figure, and I was like, mate, have you seen my delts? There's nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
There is no delts. I mean, I know I carry a lot of fat on my lower, which is my problem, but I'm still lower body dominant.
Yeah, no, even when you're very lean, I've seen you very lean, seen you prep. You're still more heavily balanced on your lower. So
There we go.
what's in your basket?
What is in my basket? Let's go. Right. We are going to go through my current stack. Now, this isn't actually everything that I take, but it's just the main things that I do have pretty much on a daily basis. And you are going to go through in terms of explaining what they do, why they do things, just a little brief description, because I don't know that science side of things.
Yeah, you take what we tell you to take.
Pretty much. I'm like, what's good for this?
Sophie tells you to take.
Yeah, pretty much. So, starting off with Velocity Whey.
If I hold it, then that gives me a good visual prompt. Velocity is our whey casein blend, so it's 80% whey protein, 20% casein, no milk protein in here. It includes an amylopeptide compound called velocitol, which increases muscle protein synthesis. The idea being that you build a little bit more muscle for slightly less calories. It also contains lactase, which is the enzyme you use to break down lactose. I don't think you have any issue. You're not lactose intolerant or anything, are you?
I don't believe I am.
But if you are, this is a really good option. But this is our kind of all-purpose whey protein. This is in Battenberg flavour, which is the correct flavour.
It depends.
Well, what do you...
Actually, to be fair, have you got on pistachio yet?
No, I haven't got on pistachio. That's not a flavour that anybody wants.
Right. Comment in the... Drop a comment. Would you have a pistachio flavoured whey?
Like pistachio chocolate or just pistachio on its own?
Like a pistachio cream. So you know how you can get pistachio cream spread?
Yeah.
Like that.
Like a cannoli?
Like Bueno. It tastes like pistachio. Pistachio tastes like Kinder Bueno. Please.
I thought Bueno tastes like hazelnut.
Mm,
I'll get a sample made,
yeah.
and then I'll give it to you, and then you can leave the sample here like you always do when I give you a sample.
Don't say always. That happened once.
Okay, so how many times, statistically, when I've given you a sample, have you left it here? Because I feel like it's 100% of the time.
But it was once.
Yeah, which is 100% of the times. But we'll get a sample made. We'll try it.
Pistachio.
But pistachio cream, that kind of makes more sense. Pistachio on its own.
Yeah, like a creamy pistachio.
Yeah, we can try that.
Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll be sampler.
Or chocolate
taste tester.
pistachio.
No, pistachio cream.
No, your idea is terrible.
Right. Oh, shut up. Next. Oh, kind of a new one. Ish a new one. Hydromax Mini. Now, I have got this at home. I don't take it every day, but majority of the time I do take it. And currently they have the big tub, which I believe is 90 servings. So we've done a mini gym bag edition.
Yeah, so Hydromax is our hydration formula. It was originally designed for big bodybuilders and competitive athletes. Quite often in prep, they might be using spicy fat burners that can cause cramps and things like that. And Hydromax is really, really good for helping with that. But Hydromax has become super popular just as a general hydration drink. So those guys don't need 2 or 3 servings a day. So the smaller tubs are great for your gym bag. Or for people that just want to use it like once a day when they're training. But this has been one of our most popular products for years and years and years now. If you struggle with back pumps on prep, it's particularly useful. And it also tastes really good, which is a bonus. Favourite flavour? Vanilla Coke.
Was that his second flavour? My favourite is the sour apple, then vanilla Coke, then pina colada.
Yeah, pina colada's good.
It's quite nice. And then berry delicious, and I haven't had the lime. So
The lime's nice. The lime's a bit generic.
I feel like it's a bit dull.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't gone for it.
But it's refreshing and...
Digest Max, aka Pumax.
It does do that.
Pumax.
Yeah. Do you use it as and when? Or every day?
No. This is not an everyday for me because a little bit of TMI, don't really care. My bowels have never been consistent, should we say. But that is normal for me.
You're not like an 8 a.m. shitter.
I don't understand that. Do you have like a regular, right?
1 in the morning, and then 1 mid-afternoon.
Oh, I thought you meant like 1 a.m. in the morning.
No. Like,
Okay,
when I
that's weird.
Get up, have a pee, maybe have some breakfast before I leave.
Okay.
And then mid-afternoon, maybe later into the evening. But yeah, in the morning.
Twice a day, every day.
Yeah. I am massive, remember.
But massive for what reason? Muscle or?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, in prep, I really, really struggled. Basically, I had no carbs, I had no fucking food, and I had no fats, and there was nothing going on down there. So took a little aid, but yeah, this is pretty much an as and when for me.
Yeah. So with prep poops, people freak out when they haven't had a dump for 4 days. But as Hattie says, if you're not eating much in the way of carbs or fats or fibre, quite often, if you're just eating mostly protein and veg, there might not be...
Hashtag what we call dungeon diet.
Yeah, there's not a lot
veg.
to make poop from, so it's not something to worry about. But people use this in 2 ways. Some people use it like half a scoop every day, people with like IBS, stuff like that. Most people, I think, use this when they feel they're a little bit packed up or however they need to use it. So the way I would tend to use this is if I've fallen out of my normal routine.
Yeah.
I'll have one before bed and then my morning poop will reappear.
Yeah. Disclaimer on this one though, and I don't know if you know, because I'm quite bad sometimes for leaving drinks sit. This needs a good shake because I've done it multiple times where I've left it and it congeals and sits at the bottom.
Yeah, and then you get it hit you in the face.
Yeah, and it's not the nicest. So either neck it like
Straight away.
reasonably quick, or if you leave it, give it another good shake because it will go all like slimy.
So the psyllium husk in there, it kind of gelatinifies. That's what it's supposed to do in your stomach.
Shit, has this got it in there? So
Yeah.
can I not take psyllium husk on top of this?
You could do if you want to make maximum amounts of shit.
Because I did do that in prep.
Yeah, and you made lots of poo.
Well, as most as my body could at the time.
Yes. But yes, so psyllium does do that. It soaks up all the moisture. It's what it's supposed to do in your stomach, which then pushes everything down. But yeah, if you leave it to sit, it will congeal.
Number, what are we on? 4. Essential Max, EAAs. All I know is it's a staple. Pretty much every gym goer takes it. Intra, for me, usually. Go.
So essential amino acids, protein's made up of 21 amino acids, but the 9 essential amino acids are the ones that your body can't produce. You have to get them from your diet. One of the issues with just taking whole protein when you train is that if you're training hard, which people like Hattie competitors do, blood flow to your gut is really restricted. So you're not going to be absorbing, digesting, and processing protein while you're training. A free-form amino acid is immediately available in your... it gets absorbed straight into your bloodstream and is available to reduce DOMS, potentially increase endurance, improve recovery. Essential Max also includes Actigen. That helps with glycogen replenishment, recovery between sets. You've also got your electrolytes in here. So you've got electrolytes, you've got essential amino acids to reduce muscle soreness, and you've got Actigen to help you recover between sets. This one also contains beta vulgaris, which is beetroot extract, helps with pumps, helps with blood flow.
Fabulous. Another product to go and get for essentials. Next is Stimumax. Now, you've done a few of these. I believe there's a few more recent ones. There is Stimumax Extreme, which is now out. Me personally, I'm a bit of a caffeine junkie, should we say. And I think I'm looking at it two ways. For those of you that don't know, I'm currently under the process of being diagnosed for ADHD. And I know that caffeine can impact how your body responds if you have got ADHD. Or it might just simply be a case of I have used and abused far too much caffeine that I have possibly become a little bit resistant to it. So I don't know. So for me, I don't take Stimumax for gym for like a bit of a buzz, because it just, for me at the minute, as strong as it is, it just gives me tingles and it just doesn't bode well. It just fucking annoys me during my training, and I don't have like a umph about my training. So I don't take it. I just live off Monster and coffee. But for those of you that are interested in taking a Stim pre-workout,
Yeah, we have a range. We go from Stimumax, Stimumax Pro, Stimumax Black, and Stimumax Extreme. Different levels of stimulants. Hattie's absolutely right. People with ADHD, like chemical ADHD, respond differently to stimulants from normal people, which is normal people, neurotypical people, which is why people with ADHD are prescribed things like modafinil, even what's the name of the really strong one? The Concerta. So Concerta's, but Concerta's just speed, right? It's medically prescribed, but it's speed.
pretty much.
If someone who doesn't have ADHD takes speed, they feel like they're on speed. Someone with ADHD takes it, they feel pretty normal.
Yeah.
So that would make sense, right? If you like pre-workouts, that's kind of the order of strength. Stimumax, Stimumax Pro, Stimumax Black, Stimumax Extreme. Details on the website about the difference between them, but they all contain the basics, essentials of a pre-workout: citrulline, malate, beta-alanine, tyrosine. There is some caffeine in there, and there's some other novel stimulants in there, but none of them are so strong that they'll mess up your sleep pattern and stuff, which I think is really important, depending on when you're training.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. This one's my favourite. OGs will know I have used this literally since day dot, and I will always rave about it. Always have done, always will. Vascumax, my favourite pump product. Tastes good, does the job, very effective. Unicorn piss. Why not? Bit of a novel flavour. I don't think anybody else has a unicorn piss flavour.
Just combat fuel. Just combat fuel, because we share it with them.
Oh, okay. Cool. Did not know that. There you go. But yeah, Vascumax.
Non-stim pump product. There's some tyrosine in there to help you focus, to keep you zoned in without being a stimulant. Mostly it's designed to improve blood flow by increasing nitric oxide in the bloodstream, increasing pump. Some people think that a pump product may be just a bit vain, like you get more of a pump, you look all swollen and vascular. But there's also science behind improving blood flow to muscles, increasing muscular recovery, nutrient delivery, potentially building a little more muscle, as well as mind-muscle connection, right? If you get a really good pump in a muscle part, whether that's your glutes or your shoulders or whatever, if you've got more of a pump, you get a better mind-muscle connection. If you get better mind-muscle connection, you can squeeze and train that muscle harder. So it all kind of flows into one another. Stacks well with Stimumax if you want it to, or you can use it completely on your own. You could use it right before bed if you wanted, and you'd still sleep.
Yeah, that's what I like. Speaking of sleep, time this well. Support Max Neuro PM. Again, not a regular product. In terms of my experience with this, first off, blueberry is the favorite flavor over mango. You've only got those two flavors, haven't you?
I do. In the PM, yeah. In the regular Neuro, we also do pineapple.
There is two. So this one, PM, obviously designed to be at bedtime. My sleep is relatively okay. I like to kind of have somewhat a routine, but if I notice that sleep is hindered for whatever reason, I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I can't sleep, I need better quality sleep, I will take this. And I don't know what the fuck you've put in it, but my mind is active. Like, it is wild during the day, as we all know, but at night, the shit that I dream about is actually wild. Yeah. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing.
Have you tried ZMax?
No.
So I'll give you some of that to take. ZMax is like that times 5. Real fun.
Yeah, because I like it. I feel like I wake up with a little story to tell. I'm like, oh, I've had a whole extra day. But in a way, I feel like, say if I've only had 6 hours sleep, but I've had the neuro, I feel like I've had more.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had better quality. But I've noticed as well, since having it, because I've had it since before I was on growth, growth has improved my sleep tenfold, like just generally, which is why I don't take this as often. But when I do, oh, mate, I'm out like a light.
How much growth are you taking?
Not for the people at home.
I just didn't know. Oh, we are same.
Are you on it?
Yeah, for my booby.
Friends.
Yeah, we are the same.
I did at one point prescribe myself more.
Fat hands.
No, fat belly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I turn around to
bloated.
stove. Yeah, very watery. I turn around to stove. I was like, just so you know, I kind of upped it, and I was like, kind of pointless.
That's a lot for a lady.
Yeah, she was like, you won't notice any real impact other than just being very watery, and I'm like, yes, I did notice that. So yeah. Any science?
So it's cortisol management product. So the original Neuro is designed to lower cortisol, which is our primary stress hormone. You want cortisol to be not high but spiked in the morning because it's what gets you the fuck out of bed.
Mate, I think my stress and cortisol is high as fuck, and I want to stay in bed.
Well, evolutionarily, when you wake up and sunlight hits you, you'd get a raise in cortisol that gets you up, gets you out and about. Obviously, we don't want that before bed. People train at night. People sit watching telly. People do loads of stuff that impacts your body's production of cortisol. Even like these fluorescent lights increase lights increase cortisol production. So it's designed to lower cortisol. Neuro PM adds in a couple of things that are designed to improve sleep. So lemon balm is a relaxation aid, theanine, and then we've also got in there like a zinc and magnesium complex, which is what gives you the dreams. So some common sleep aids plus something that's designed to lower cortisol. They just work together really, really well.
Can you have that every night?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I do. And I'm completely normal, so.
You and me have different versions of normal.
I was doing that.
Oh, have you heard this thing about the whole difference between Gen Z and millennials as to how they do hearts? Did you go like that?
I went like that.
Yeah, so apparently, I don't know which way around it is, but I would go like this or like this, and that's the millennial. Whereas if you go like that, it's supposedly like that's my little sisters do that, and my youngest sister is 15. So if someone comes up to you and goes like
Like that.
everyone's response is like that. Yeah, there you go.
But that's not even a heart. That's like a bat signal.
No, it is a heart.
Oh. No, that's the correct way to do that. Anyone who does that, have a word with yourself.
Right, last final product in the basket is Support Max joint. Now, if you don't want to be an old granny fucker with shitty joints,
A granny fucker.
probably not the right wording. Basically, if you don't want dodgy ass joints and things like that, I might just shut up.
But it won't impact your ability to fuck grannies.
You know what? Surprisingly, I don't actually fuck grannies, so I don't know where that came from.
I'm open to things. Grannies at home, give me a shout. Support Max Joint is one of our best-selling products. It contains a clinical dose of hydrocurc, which is water-soluble curcumin. It's an absolutely incredible ingredient. If you are bored or you care about the science of it, if you go to strommutation.com and look for Support Max Joint, there's a really extensive write-up on what hydrocurc does, but essentially it's a really potent anti-inflammatory. That's added to with glucosamine, cissus, which helps with healing, and hyaluronic acid that helps replenish the synovial fluid in your joints. That's the fluid that cushions your joints. This product goes all over the world. This is probably our most popular product of any that we do. It's also the product we make the least money on, but such is life. It's very expensive to make. It's very expensive to make.
Oh, right. So cost of make to sell.
But this is something that I made for me because we were all starting to struggle 5-6 years ago. And the best product, all the best products have been stuff that we've made because either me or someone in the team needed something, right?
But that's what I like about this is because you do create products that are actually needed and beneficial to people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like we're all still athletes. We're having a bit of a social day today. Everyone who's here does a sport, and seeing those people succeed in sport, whether it's bodybuilding or powerlifting or aggressive cuddling or whatever, is the most rewarding thing we could do. So yeah, but this is genuinely brilliant. The one thing I would say with this is people tend to start taking this when they have a problem, and I'd much rather people took it before they had a problem. But that's a hard sell, right? People don't want to spend money on something to prevent something that they don't feel they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in an ideal world, you would take this before you have a joint problem. But if you do have a joint problem, it will dramatically improve the symptoms within reason.
So there you go. That, as I said, is pretty much most of my stack. I do take a few other things. Focus Max is one of them. Growth. What else do you do that I take? Maximize.
Do you take Maximize with?
Food. I've had Peak Max before. Anyway, you get the point. I like their products, not just because I'm sponsored and Rick tells me what to say on camera.
I didn't tell you what
Believe
to say
it
at
or
all.
not, I know, believe it or not, I do actually like their stuff. Why did you sponsor me?
We haven't got a wellness model.
Is that it? Just first wellness?
We haven't got a wellness. We don't have enough females. You're part of the family. You've made your whole life this.
True.
And the whole thing with Strom, not that being a good athlete doesn't matter, but like people like Soph are incredible. The thing with Strom, the never settle thing, is just about people who throw their whole life into something. You know, that's the most important thing. And then you generally find people that throw their whole life into something go on and do really well in it anyway. But our thing, like someone asked me the other day, I don't know if you saw, we sponsored Liam Shields.
I
Now,
think
Liam Shields is an incredible bodybuilder, incredible genetics. He's only got 3,500 followers on Instagram. So I was like, why have you sponsored him? There's loads of other guys with 30 or 40,000 followers you could have sponsored. I was like, because I believe he has the genetics and the potential to be incredible in 5 years or 10 years. And I would rather support someone who really needs the help to get them there than just find someone who's already there and throw stuff at them. I don't think it means as much. So we'd rather support you to get to where you want to be than wait until you're there and then go, oh, can we work with you now? Because it doesn't mean anything. You've already got there. So yeah, that's it. And that doesn't seem right now. You've thrown my whole world upside down. Yeah, that looks wrong now. Is that what I was doing?
What do you do? Which way? Where?
I was doing that. But now that looks wrong.
How about this signal?
Go fuck yourself.
Rightio, people. A little bit of it is an update, but it's not a visual update, just in regards to my diet and where things are at and where it's going. First off, I wanted to actually say thank you to everybody that has been very, very supportive on my video regarding saying that I'm not natural. Do appreciate it. There was a lot of mixed opinions, and since putting that out, a lot of people have actually continuously asked, so when are you going on something, what are you on, what are you taking, la, 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 la. And essentially nothing has changed. That video was put out to simply say I'm not natural because I am supplementing growth hormone daily, and I have been for almost a year. As we all know, I am currently running Clen and metformin as well, but I am not currently on any other assistance. That's not to say that I'm not going to, but it's also letting you know I don't know when. I don't know when I might go on something. I don't know what it might be. It's just was giving you guys an insight as to where I'm currently at and what I'm thinking and my thought process. So as and when, if I do trial something, this prep, this diet phase, then of course I will let you know and give you updates, everything like that. With regards to dosages as well, I've had to think about it and I've thought, I don't want to go into details as to what I personally am taking purely because it's for me. That's not to say that if you want to message me, feel free. I can give you as much help and guidance and information as I have. I am not an expert. I am not a coach. I am not within this area of expertise, but I can give you my insight and my opinion and my experiences. But I don't want to outright be like, look, this is what I'm taking, this is how much, go do it, or give people the impression that that's what they need to take, because it's just not something that I want to promote. So as and when I go on something, I will let you guys know. Other than that, as I said, it's pretty much the same. With regards to diet, I am this morning, I'm like just over 7 weeks in, and I am 184.6 pounds fasted, and I think my start weight was 194.2 or 4. So we're nearing £10 down mark, which is quite nice. I do feel visually I look better than the scale weight, which is what I was always aiming for anyway, is my visuals over weight. I don't have a target weight. I don't know what muscle I've built, so I have no idea how much weight of fat is left to come off, basically. So we're just going by ear. I'll be checking in again on Wednesday next week because we are Saturday today. But other than that, we've had no changes. Bar last week, actually, I was pulled from cardio because my legs were battered. The recovery was just shite. I was away for a few days, and when I came back, it just wasn't the same. Whether that's because I'd missed out on growth for a few days or I was training harder, I don't know, but my legs really didn't recover. So we pulled cardio for a week and we literally just up steps to 20k a day, but we are now back to normal, which is 140 minutes across the week and 10k steps a day. And in terms of food, I've just dropped half a bagel essentially on a training day. So I'm now half a bagel instead of the full one. And I think I'm down like 20 grams of dark chocolate, roughly 1600 on a training day and 14 on a rest day, I think. I don't know. I'm following a plan, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, other than that, there's not really any major changes. I'll do a visual update sometime soon in the gym and see how things are looking. But yeah, I'm happy with the process and progress being made so far. And yeah, all things are currently good. I think someone just walked in on me, you know? Did they? Is there someone? Hello?
No, no one's here.
Hey friend, I was like, if I acknowledge you, I was like, I'm just gonna like lose my train of thought. Were you all sitting in here when I was talking?
No,
Oh, okay.
you opened the door, realised you were talking and filming and left. But come on, this is not your own private space. We need to use it, so there you go.
Mate, I was here first. Jog on. Mate, you're the one prepping. Don't take it out on other people. I'm joking. I'm all done. I'm being kicked out. I have actually been cheeky and asked Rick if I can do my bloods because I get them done here with the Hench Project with Aaron. So I am due a blood test and I'll go into a little bit more detail in that anyway. But I'm going to go see if I can get a needle in my arm. So we'll go find it.
Like a little brick.
Well, not a little prick. Right guys, managed to get myself a little blood test whilst I am down here. I've come here now, is it 2-3 times I think?
Yeah, you've done it 3-4 times.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Aaron actually works as the Hench Project here down at Strom and takes people's bloods and a lot of stuff. What else do you do?
A lot of it's just making sure that people are in optimal health performance. I mean, we're working here mainly with athletes, so we want to ensure that their health is optimized to increase performance. Blood testing's key. We also offer IV drips, venous sections occasionally if someone's got too much blood cells going around. We also do ozone therapy as well.
That's the one that I've had. Yeah, I had that in my shoulder about a year ago.
Yeah, we do ozone injections and also IV ozone as well. You had it in your shoulder.
Yeah.
Once, and how did you find that?
To be fair, it was really good. Don't get me wrong, like it felt really funny at the start and it just, I don't know, it's just a very strange sensation. Yeah, very strange sensation, not something that, unless you've experienced it, you can't describe the feeling. It didn't cure it, but it definitely helped it and it was a lot more manageable. I still to this day don't actually know what was on with it, what is going on, but it definitely helped. And to be fair, I probably would get it done again, just kind of like keep on top of it. So yeah, no, it was good. Yeah. Anyway.
Right, Hattie, so let's get your arm there supported. Put the tourniquet around your arm and I need you to bend and clench your arm like you're cooling a weight just to get the vein standing to attention for us. There we go.
Strong gal. This one I look back and I have like no muscle.
You do. Yeah, you do. When are you on stage next?
Next year. I'm dieting
Yeah.
at the minute, but won't be prepping like for stage till next year.
Okay, so it's to give you an idea of what the prep you can expect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice one. Okay, arm nice and straight and still. Perfect. Excellent vein. Let's give it a clean. Try it.
See, I don't mind watching like other people. Like I'll watch like A&E programs, hospital programs, but on myself, I'm like, I'd rather not.
It takes about a week for the results to come back, Hattie, and I'll email them to you and explain what all the blood results mean. You've got my contact details afterwards there so that you can answer any questions. Firm pressure. Elevate your arm just slightly, keep it straight. Press firmly for a full minute, just to lessen the likelihood of bruising. And that's your lovely blood.
Ta-da!
Just like that, nice and easy.
Healthy looking blood.
I'll taste it and I'll tell you. Yeah.
Do I get a plaster for being so brave?
You do.
hope it's got like Peppa Pig or something on it.
It's got what?
I hope it's got Peppa Pig.
I can draw whatever you want on it. It's just a stock standard plaster. Okay, let's have a look, see if it stopped bleeding. Yeah, nice one, Hattie.
Beautiful.
This one, just avoid lifting anything heavy for the next 20-30 minutes. Did you plan on training while you were here?
I do need to train at some point, whether it's here or wherever. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
you'd
just
be absolutely
kind of,
fine to train
winging
after that. When you're taking out just over a tablespoon of blood, you're not going to miss it.
I remember I came here once and I was like severely dehydrated. Don't do that. If you're planning on taking bloods, make sure you drink plenty beforehand, because I know it does impact the ability to take blood easily.
Good advice, excellent advice. And another thing as well is if you're a natural athlete, particularly if you're a male, we would like to do a blood test earlier in the morning rather than the afternoon, because testosterone drops by up to 20%. Also fasted, that's important as well. So anytime you eat, testosterone slumps. That's an indicator of having low testosterone. It's feeling like you need to have a lie down and a sleep after you've eaten. So
there you go.
Avoid training for a couple of days if you can. Be well hydrated, exactly like Hattie said, and fasted sample in the morning. There you go.
There you go. Questions to make sure all the information submitted is correct and up to date.
Right, so Hattie, some details then.
Yes.
What are you currently running?
I am on growth hormone.
Every day?
Yep.
So not 5 days and then 2 days off, it's every day, okay?
A T4 plan. Yohimbine.
Yohimbine.
Normal metformin.
Metformin. Just one, once a day?
Just one at night.
Yeah. At night?
Yes. I think that's it. I'm not on any contraceptive at the minute either, and I'm probably like day 15 of my cycle.
Excellent, that's what I needed to know, thank you. Day 15. Cycle. Fixofenadine, you were on some of that previously for allergies.
Still on that.
So 180 milligrams fixofenadine?
Oh,
yeah.
sertraline as well.
Okay, so 180 milligrams fixofenadine. And
100 milligram of sertraline daily at night. There you go. So for the people that don't believe that I'm actually allergic to the cold, screw you, because I am.
and the prescription to prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's because I say I'm allergic, which probably granted I shouldn't. I should say I react, but then they're like, yeah. So yeah, cold urticaria. Go Google it. I'm not lying.
Fixofenadine is very useful. How long have you been on the GH?
10 months.
10 months?
Somewhat consistently. I've had like a few breaks here and there when I've been on holiday, but like that's been like a max of like 5 days. But pretty much 10 months, 10, 11 months.
Okay. Have you ever tried MK677 with the growth hormone?
Nope.
Some people find that it has a synergistic effect by optimizing the growth hormone, because it's a secretagogue, so it will increase your natural GH on top of the GH.
Okay.
So it's quite useful long-term GH for athletes when they're trying to sort of lean up a bit as well. It preserves some of the muscle mass, doesn't it? Okay. So when did you last train, Hattie?
What day was it? Thursday.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
Brilliant, perfect. Well done. And you've eaten today, I presume?
Yes.
Yes, so it's a non-fasted sample. How much fluids have you had to drink?
Probably just normal fluid, maybe about a litre.
Okay. Do you feel thirsty?
Not particularly.
That's good. Thirst is not a particularly reliable indicator of hydration levels. If you're feeling thirsty, you're already starting to get a bit dehydrated. The colour of your urine is a good indicator. If it's light straw coloured, you're hydrated. And have you had any coughs, colds in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
No.
No. So you're in good health.
Yeah.
In good health.
Top notch.
And that's exactly what we want to do, is to maintain that and
Yep.
optimise it so you get the best outcome from all of your training.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Is there anything I haven't thought to ask that I should know?
The only thing I was going to make note of is as and when the results come back. So my last set, my test levels didn't come back, and then you'd resent them, and when they did, they came back at like 3.6.
Okay.
So I showed Soph, my coach,
Yeah.
she was obviously quite concerned, potentially PCOS.
Yeah.
So my LH and my something else where you combine them,
FSH.
yeah,
Yeah.
that came back. So they're both in range on their own, but when
Yeah.
you do some sort of calculation with them together, it came back as in the range for PCOS. So I've gone to the doctors anyway, I've told them my blood results, they've sent me off to request a scan.
Okay.
But is there anything else that needs to be put on there notes wise if there's any other things that flag regarding it? So like, is it purely just test level that would indicate?
Yep, usually it is. So we're going to check all those, but what's important is that we know what day of the menstrual cycle that you're on, because it varies wildly depending on whether you've just ovulated, you know, had your period, your ovulation phase, follicular, luteal, all sorts. But what we're going to check for is the same before as last time. So it's all of the hormone profiles, which include total testosterone, your liver, your kidneys, diabetes screen, inflammation markers, gosh, what else? Iron levels, thyroid. Be an interesting one with your T4.
Yeah.
What's doing there, yeah. So that's everything there. So you're not leaking through that, so that's excellent. And that's all that we need, Hattie. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. So if anybody that wants to come and get their bloods done, come book in here. It's the place to be.